All right, so today is our first day of EOC shutdown. You guys have your Algebra 1 STAR test in 3 weeks, so we're going to go back and review everything that you need to know. So the first thing that we're going to do is solve equations with one variable. For you guys that know how to solve by hand, you're welcome to do it that way. You distribute, move the variable, combine like terms, and solve for x. If you struggle solving by hand, I'm going to show you guys how to solve in Desmos. So in Desmos, what we do is we go to Desmos and we type in the left side of the equation. 4, open parentheses, negative 2x plus 9. And then in Desmos, we're going to type in the right side of the equation. Negative 2, open parentheses, 3x minus 7. So now what we need to do is zoom out and see where these two lines cross. Here it is. Touch the middle of the point where they cross, and my answer is the first number, or the x value, which is 11. So the correct answer for number 1 is G, not negative 11, but positive 11. We're going to do that one more time, and then you can try that on your own. So now this is super important. What this says here is that we type in the left side of the equation. It's a little too much. But you have to use the letter x. So Desmos is not programmed to use anything except x. So if it's not an x, with your pencil, make these guys an x. There we go. So now I can type in negative 10x minus 8. And then I go to the right side. Negative 8, open parentheses, 6x minus 5. Oops. Type in that whole right side. Plus 10, open parentheses, 2 plus 4x. There we go. Now we're going to zoom out to see where they cross. Here it is. Touch the middle. It's always the first number with the x, so it's negative 34. So the correct answer is D. Easy. All right, so when you're ready, I want you to try number 3 and 4. In number 3, you're going to do the same thing, but you have to change this to the letter x. All right, when you're ready, find number 5. So in number 5, it's already an x, so that's not too difficult. So we're going to type in the left side. 2x plus 4 minus 6x. X plus 4 minus 6x. Then type in the right side. 2, open parentheses, negative 5x plus 1. We're going to zoom out, see where they cross. There's lots of options here. So in this one here, you got to zoom in a little bit. See, there you go. So it's the place where they cross. The first number of where they cross is negative 0.33333. So if we see that, we know it's negative, so it's definitely not B or A, because that's a negative. So now we're going to go to Desmos to convert this to a decimal. So the easiest way to do that is to type in negative 1 divided by 3 into Desmos. Negative 1 divided by 3. And then that's the same number, negative 0.333. So the correct answer here is C. Okay, try the exact same thing with number 4. Plug in the left side, plug in the right side, see where they cross, write down that decimal, and turn it into a fraction. match by plugging in the fraction, see which one matches your decimal. Okay, so that's how we solve equations. So now we move into functions, super easy. So a relation is a function. So if it ever says the question is y a function of x, what that means is that your x's cannot repeat. So if I look at these x's, 2.1, 4, 2.1, you know that this is not a function because the number 2.1 repeated. That x repeated, so this is not a function. If we have a girl that comes back, she's not faithful. So therefore, this is not a function. Okay? From this table, I don't care about the y's. The y's don't matter. Goodbye. All I care about is the x's. All of these y's are different, so we're good. This is a function. Very easy. Okay, next one. Domain is x, range is y. So you now know function or not a function. So a domain is x. The domain's always the x values, and range is always the y values. You know that. Super easy. Domain is x, range is y. We did this. Domain is the x's. So that's negative 7, 7, 1, 2, 8. Range is y. So that's negative 9, 2, 7, negative 3, 7. Check to see if this is a function. Check these x's. All of the x's are different, so the answer, whoopsies, the answer is 2, 5. Okay, so this answer is yes. This is a function. Super easy. Try number 2, and then try number 3. Okay, when you're ready from a mapping diagram, always domain is the x, range is the y. Domain is the ones that come first. So it is domains, right? 3, 5, and 7. Range is the y, so the range is 0, 1, and 3. Is this a function? The way that we check it is we look at these lines. This goes to one number, this goes to one number, this goes to one number. So the answer is yes, this is a function. If you look at number 4, we don't care about the y's. I'm just going to cross these guys out because that's going to get confusing. So I like to put my hand over the y values so that way it covers it up so it's easy. So if you look at number 4, this one has this girl named 7. She's going here and she's going there. So that's not good. So number 4 is not a function. So if that confuses you, I'm going to cover up these y's. And then you just check. Make sure there's only one line coming off of these x values. So these guys are all functions because there's only one line coming off of each of these. Super easy. Okay, last piece. So domain and range from a continuous graph. We've done this 1,000 times. So domain is the furthest left point to the furthest right point. So domain is x. That means on my line, I'm going to put an x in the middle. I'm going to move this off of the line because it's not a lot of space. I'm just going to put it right here. There we go. So domain is x. The furthest left x value is right here. The furthest right x value is right here. The left number on the x-axis is a negative 1. The right number on the x-axis is a positive 5. The left is an open circle, so we keep that open. The right is a closed circle, so we close that one off. Do it again. Domain is left to right. Left to right. The domain is the x's. It comes off of the x-axis. Domain is the x's. Comes off of the x-axis. Left side to right side. Super easy. Okay, so if that's range, if that's domain, then range has to be the y. I'm going to put a y. I'm going to smush it between two signs. So my range is the bottom to top. So bottom to top. The lowest y value is right here. That's the number 3. The highest y value is right here. That's the number 5. The lowest y value is a solid line, so I need to close it off with a solid line. And the top y value has 1 with solid. So if there's even one that has a solid, you have to close off its symbol. Okay? So go ahead and try these guys here. Bottom to top. Bottom to top. Number 6, the bottom y value is a 0. And the top is a 4. Bottom is closed. Top is open. Very easy. Okay, so that's how we solve equations, functions, domain, and range. Last piece, function notation. So function notation is so stinking easy with Desmos. So if you were to do this by hand, you would plug parentheses into, you'd plug the number that's in parentheses into the x of the equation, and then you'd look to see like the final answer, what the y is. But to make this even easier, we're just going to use Desmos because it's so smart. So in Desmos, I'm going to type it in exactly as I see it. F of x, open parentheses, 4, open parentheses, x plus 8. So f of x equals 4, open parentheses, x plus 8. Okay, so I typed that into Desmos. And then it says find f parentheses negative 8. So find f parentheses negative 8. Bam. It gives you the answer. The answer is 0. So you just plug it exactly into Desmos, and then they can calculate that. Oh, just kidding. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. It's f of 2. Whoops. So f parentheses 2. My bad. I don't know how I got that. Come back. That's not good. What did I do? Well, I just totally messed it up. Sorry, guys. So f parentheses 2. F of x equals 4 parentheses x plus 8. Why is it doing that? Plus. So the number that it wants is f parentheses 2. There it is. So f of 2, if you plug the 2 in for x, you'd get the number 40. Super easy. So when you're ready, try this next one. You just plug this into Desmos. Then you plug this into Desmos, and it gives you the answer. Plug this in, and you get the answer. So easy. Okay? So when you're ready, go ahead and open the Go Formative practice. So whether you are online or face-to-face, I want you to do the practice in Go Formative. So go to Go Formative, and it's the one that says day, I think, 135 practice. You can find that on It's Learning, Go Formative, or the Bitly. So on the practice, you're practicing functions, domain range, and function notation. Easy day.